Elon Musk, Twitter, Jack Dorsey, Dogecoin, Baby Dogecoin. The only 5 elements that are experiencing a surge. You'd understand better soon enough. Elon Musk closes deal on the purchase of Twitter. Jack Dorsey shows unflinching support to Elon's decision to buy Twitter. Dogecoin surges over 20% after Elon's announcement on buying Twitter. Baby Doge also experienced a percent shift following Dogecoin's rise. These news hoves around Elon's announcement, so it's something we gotta talk about. Albeit, there are questions popping out from different angles. Questions like, can he handle the Twitter space while fostering his other businesses too, which we all know to be multi-billion businesses? Talk of SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, among others. Can he? And that's just one of the questions. Another one is, will Dogecoin outpace bigger coins like Ethereum? I think that's a viable question, after a rumor bursted out and choked the airspace that users will pay before getting Twitter downloaded on their devices. Picking from the pieces of Elon's achievements, even, will gather that he's all about the digital space, and he's all in. With that in check, Dogecoin is most likely going to be the means of payment. I'm just assuming, but from all indications, Elon can do that. Let's look into the Elon Musk's Dogecoin Twitter charade. It's dawning on us though, gradually. Elon Musk has purchased Twitter for $44 billion. The agreement comes about a month after the eccentric billionaire entrepreneur made public his almost 9% interest in Twitter, giving him the microblogging site's single largest individual shareholder. Following this, Musk was invited to join Twitter's board of directors, which he rejected. He announced his proposal to purchase Twitter a few days later, according to a filing with the U.S. markets regulator Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). Musk was believed to have put together a $46.5 billion financial package to purchase Twitter earlier on Monday. Late Monday, Twitter announced that it has reached a definitive agreement to be acquired by a company entirely owned by Elon Musk for $54.20 per share in cash in a deal valued at about $44 billion in a transaction valued at approximately $44 billion. Twitter will become a privately held business when this deal is completed. This isn't the first time that Elon Musk-related news has sparked a cryptocurrency rise. Because of Musk's statements, the token has seen many rallies. Elon Musk recently proposed numerous methods to enhance the Twitter service. He also recommended that Dogecoin be used as a payment method on the social media platform. Just as I presumed. I think I'm making sense. Something slightly strange happened though. You know, Musk is a well-known Dogecoin pumper, having utilized the social media site on multiple occasions to promote the dog cryptocurrency. In a way now, it isn't sitting well with some Twitter board members, I would say. They even showed less concern to the Twitter stock, that jumped 5% amid the wave of the news. No doubt, Elon is a king. Yeah, about the strange thing. A race that has been on for a while finally got a major overturn of events. Amid the news, Dogecoin flipped Polkadot to become the 10th biggest cryptocurrency in the world by market value. Surely, many other feats will be reached for the Dogecoin. Still on Elon's Twitter requirement. There's some sweet things I would like to experience on Twitter myself, and that he mentioned. But before I go into it fully, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Sheriff Network. Also, put on the notification button to be among my first and top viewers. With that being said, let's look into it. Twitter has become the de facto town square, Musk said during a TED Talk in Vancouver. It's incredibly crucial that people have both the reality and impression that they can talk freely within the confines of the law. He said that an edit option will be available in a reasonable amount of time, allowing users to correct mistakes or amend their tweets. Twitter's source code would also be posted on GitHub, allowing the public to examine how the platform works. What do you think? I see the reason why Jack Dorsey said he's the singular solution he trusts. I second Jack here. Elon has the right cards with him, hence his stream solution providing ideas. Jack Dorsey, the co-founder of Twitter and current blockhead, has weighed on how he feels about Elon Musk buying Twitter. In a tweet thread that starts out with a link to Radiohead's Everything in Its Right Place, Dorsey said that in principle, I don't believe anyone should own or run Twitter. It wants to be a public good at a protocol level, not a company. Solving for the problem of it being a company, however, Elon is the singular solution I trust. I trust his mission to extend the light of consciousness. Earlier in the thread, he said that Twitter is the closest thing we have to a global consciousness. A good part of that global consciousness has been wondering over the past month whether or not Musk will actually buy the company. Before confirmation came yesterday, there was a time, that is, a couple weeks ago, when it seemed like a far-fetched idea. However, in all of this juicy news, humanitarian groups are concerned that Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter would result in a rise in hate speech on the platform. Well, let's see the points. Here's an email from Deborah Brown, a digital rights researcher and advocate at Human Rights Watch. Regardless of who owns Twitter, the company has human rights responsibilities to respect the rights of people around the world who rely on the platform. Changes to its policies, features, and algorithms, big and small, can have disproportionate and sometimes devastating impacts, including offline violence. Freedom of expression is not an absolute right, which is why Twitter needs to invest in efforts to keep its most vulnerable users safe on the platform. Does she have a point? You decide. There's something that I'm gonna think about, but wouldn't let it alter my happiness for a new Twitter space. So, what's next? Now that Elon owns Twitter, there are a lot of unanswered issues regarding how Elon Musk's leadership would affect the corporation. Will he attempt to improve it by removing some of the safeguards against harassment and disinformation that have been put in place to take the edge off its worst tendencies? Or will he try to make it worse by leveraging his great intelligence and commercial expertise to push reforms that have been long overdue? I remember a time when Twitter wasn't as contentious as it is now. In fact, in the early days of the platform, it was a relatively quiet place where people shared what they were eating for lunch, naively trying to figure out what they were getting from this new thing they found. It was a place with a spirit of fun and goodwill, something that may be hard for a lot of people to believe now. That was before the marketers discovered it, and long before the haters turned it into a highly politicized cesspool, a refuge for scoundrels, manipulators, and outright liars. Still, when we were all a lot more optimistic, we saw social media as a great equalizer where you could interact with rock stars, politicians, and executives in a large open town square where hierarchies were flattened by the medium. But that was before the ugly underbelly began to show itself, slowly at first, then in a rushing torrent of negativity. What a logical error it is to presume that because things are terrible now, they can't become much worse, someone close to me said. We don't know what will happen, but when the world's wealthiest man acquires a significant online social gathering place, it's easy to envisage him transforming it into his own vision of what online social should be. How active could he be in using his new toy and helping people he wants to see in office get their messages out? As well as how he may hamper/cripple/ban competitors from using the platform. Same thing applies to potential business competitors. How many will feel the need to kiss the ring in order to have full access to the power of the channel? Leary wondered. In the worst case, Musk could make Twitter his own personal social playground. In the best, he will work to improve some of the long-standing problems that have plagued the platform for years. In a statement on the deal, Musk said that he wants to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Why don't you cross your legs and your fingers as we all await what Elon Musk is bringing in for all of us? As for Dogecoin, the moon isn't the limit anymore.